will be here any minute. In the meanwhile, we're going to clean up. I call it clean up, but some other teachers may call it something else, or magic erase, whatever you want to call it. But we will see everybody very shortly. In the meanwhile, we'll just focus on the sketch. The light was coming this way. On my coloring, I chose to change it and have the light come that way, and who can tell me why? It's all about, hi, good morning.
Hey, I'm sorry it took me forever. It wanted me to update.
What time is it? Yeah, me too.
4 minutes.
Yeah, me too. All of a sudden I was sweating it because I had to update and everything. Can you see the easel?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. Good. I think Ron is on his way. I don't know if Ron was feeling too great, but anyway, we could start early.
Well, it's on time now.
It's what?
We're on time. We're even late. 11:04, okay. 11:05. Hi.
Right, well,
so, do you want to see my doodles?
I want to see everything.
Okay.
Except I lost you. I don't like the new update, to be honest with you.
I can see you. I don't know why I can't see.
I can't see you.
I see me and you.
There, I see you now. Okay.
There's one doodles, and then I have these doodles.
Let me see if I can make the screen larger. Oh, I like that. Oh, Sharon, how did you feel about doing that?
Fun.
Fun, right? Good.
That's a little more detail.
Detail, yeah, a lot of detail. Let's, before Ron gets here, let's hold up your Mackenzie Child thing.
My Mackenzie Child. Okay.
Now, blue is what blue almost looks like a leather. Now, let me ask you a question. Why did you make the lines in the top part so heavy? That's an interesting point. Because, yeah, they're all the same. So if you were looking at it and you want to look at it like it's fading a little bit, your top part, your top part where the light goes away, this should be a little lighter. But you made it all one dimension. Was that on purpose?
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Hey, Marcy.
Right.
Marcy, did
Yeah.
you forward the email that I sent you this morning to Ron?
I didn't forward anything, no.
Because I'm concerned maybe he didn't get that email.
I have never forwarded anything. They just joined. Sharon, they just joined. Get on.
Well, yeah. I forwarded this one I sent to Sharon. Sharon, do you have Ron's email to forward it?
No, I don't have his email.
It's Karen spelled backwards. It's N-A-R-C-A-N-E-R. Karen spelled backwards. I don't know. They have it at the office. That's how I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So what's Ron's last name? Let me see if I can figure out how to get it to him.
Plotkin.
Ron Plotkin. Okay. Let me see if I can get it to him.
Well, yeah, it would be under Karen probably.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So before we share everything, I will wait for Ron for a little bit, but I wanted to show you something. And I think that what you say you don't know what you're doing. You do know what you're doing. You just don't know how to achieve it. Size, the intensity, and so forth. Did you get a magic eraser?
I have.
Okay, well, this is a tool that you're going to use when we finally meet at the temple, and we can do a hands-on. I give you a lot of credit for persevering without the art teacher actually there in the room, because you could teach poetry online, you could teach cooking online, you could actually teach massage on, you could teach it, but it's very difficult to teach art online because you have to really be there to see and experience and see the light. Light is very important. And these things don't always, Sharon, where'd you go? Hello? And see, and then we have all this technical stuff, which doesn't help either.
Here you go. There you go.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm trying to make you big. You're only a little tiny square on my computer.
I know, mine too.
Okay, I sent the Zoom information to Karen and to Ron, so hopefully they'll join soon. If
How
you
do you make the screen bigger?
Well, it's nothing that you, Marcy, it's nothing that you can do. It's something that the viewers can do. So Sharon, if you go into the top right corner and click on speaker view.
I don't have that option. Oh, there I go.
Yeah, if you click on speaker view, then you'll see whoever's speaking.
I don't see you at all. Let's see.
Oh, no, my video isn't turned on. So you just, so now you should just see Marcy.
I do.
See yourself too now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're both small.
No,
Yeah,
you need
I have you big. I have you big.
Yep, Marcy, you also need to do it. So if you click on the top right corner of your screen, it should say gallery view or speaker view, something like that. You click on that and that changes it.
I don't even have that option on this little tiny screen.
What are you using your iPad?
My iPad, my
Yeah, on your iPad you should have it. If you kind of just scroll over the screen, it should pop up in the top right corner. It should say speaker view.
no, I have blank on the top.
Okay, well, as long as everyone else can see you, it's okay. So
Yeah.
Sharon can see you, and then the same thing should be for Ron when they join. You can continue. Sharon can be large now.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, I can't see myself here and mirror what I'm trying to show you. But if you can you see my hand? Well,
I did the whole thing. You're bigger than life. You're bigger than life.
That's me. All right. Okay. Without repeating what we always do at the beginning of the lesson, which is size, intensity, shape, and shade, and all that, I've incorporated and mapping. I worked on my own thing because I wanted to show you what shading does. And this is important, Sharon, because you need to see what I'm trying to point out. In this sketch here, the light is coming from here to here. And why is that? Well, how can you tell the light is here to this way? Were you looking?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. How can you tell? Because it's lighter.
This is lighter.
Yes.
And it gets darker this way.
And this,
correct.
And the other one is the reverse.
Correct. I decided that I wanted to show you what shading and intensity does to anything. And so the light's coming from here, and on this one, the light's coming that way, and I decided to do an orange calla lily, which was out of my own brain. I don't even know if they come in orange. They usually are white, like a magenta and a pale pink, but I have an orange one. And I used pencil, and I used some crayon and some green crayon, and it was really messy. It was all out here. This magic eraser that I love is a cleanup tool. So I'm going to erase my mapping.
Whatever you did, you just got brighter.
I'm going to erase my mapping and clean this up. And I'll work on cleaning it up a little bit so don't worry about your mapping lines. So I'm going to finish this today, and I may transfer it on to something else, maybe some nice black paper that I bought, and frame it maybe when I clean it up and erase my lines, and then just have something that I did. Now it's very basic. I usually a little bit better than this, but I wanted the students, I wanted you all to see how I used the method I taught you, use this, and I created this, and I mapped it out. I had a shape and all that. So that is that one. And this one is a very basic endeavor. Here is my object, and I hope that you worked on your object. Remember, I mapped it out. And I'm defining it, so to speak. And I couldn't find anything that had this color. This color just did not exist in my boxes anywhere. So what I want to talk about is blending, which I used a blue, I used a green, and I broke it up and then when I did it together, I created a very, very similar, and I'm going to work on the detail. And how do I get detail? By holding it very lightly and sketching in the lines. And see, it starts to come to life. So I'm just working on this. But with the method that I taught you, we have a very nice likeness. Do we all see that?
Yep.
And it's going to be good because I'm going to keep working on it. And you can't finish these things in one sitting. You have to go away and come back, and then go away and come back. And it takes time. But I know this is going to be nice. And it's not even on chalk paper. It's just on regular paper. And when I do it, I'm going to do it on regular paper. I'm going to do it again. But I just did it today to show you. Now, I previewed some online tutorials, which is exactly what I've taught you, only my method is a little bit easier because of the dyslexia and so on. It's How to Sketch YouTube. Google that and you'll see about 50 different people who will tell you about getting the direction, and they'll talk about shapes, and they'll talk about all that, but they won't use your pencil. I want you to remember that my object, that's how I get and how I can, and that's a little secret that I've passed on to you. So it has direction. It's the size of this. Inside, it's darker green. I'm going to do this green, and I'm going to do it on chalk paper, and it's going to come out really nice. When we meet up again, I'll show you the finished product and how nice it can be. Okay, so that's just a little more advanced than you are right now. And let's talk about what you've done. Okay, Sharon, I'm ready to see your scribble. And have you gone back to your coloring as a exercise in being free?
A little bit, but let me tell you what I did do. My granddaughter is getting married June 14th in Charleston, and her friend from Israel said they have a tradition. They do a countdown to the day, and they gave me number 4 is my day, and I have to write something or do something, and this is what I did. That's a number 4.
Oh, nice.
I took this tape, like masking tape,
Yeah.
and I made the letter 4, and then in here I took some wrapping paper. Took some wrapping paper that said happy. So I put that on the back. So I have to do a good happy wish for you 4 days prior to your wedding. So 4 more days until you become man and wife. I wish you a happy life. Love.
Very nice. Are you going to do anything creative on your own in the rest of the page?
I don't know if it looks too cluttered. I'm open to suggestion.
Well, on the top, let's just explore some ideas. You have this 4, a basic 4 here,
Right.
and I'll just thicken it up because yours looks pretty thick on the page. Then you have your square in here, and you have this little thing down here. I'm talking about, you know, filling up maybe some of your doodles, and you could cut them out and you know, have something here, a little patch here, but leaving the 4 will stand out better. Right now the 4 is on white. You don't have to paste it in. You could just do some doodling and color and put it up just to hold it and see if you like it, and you could do that. Or you could do some cards. Did she ever send you a card that you still kept?
Oh, I have, you won't believe how many cards I have. I have so many cards. I can't wait to get together because I want at least 100 people in class so I can give out some cards.
And very strategic spaces on your 4.
Well,
I'm here.
you can see I have double, I don't know how, let me see.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Can you get one card, a card that maybe has a flower on it or something? I think it would be wonderful, and she's going to save these, if you could say the flower that's here was from a card you gave me, such and such. This little thing here was a card from, and decorate your 4.
I did decorate my 4. There's a double layer. It was solid, and I took, it's like masking tape. Can you see?
Oh yeah, but is there anything to stop you from layering it up with something from the cards? Just a, you know, yeah, I do. It's lovely. I just feel it's there. It's the 4, and then the little thing. You take it further if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you think it's finished and you're going to leave it like that.
I tend to overdo things. I keep working and
Well,
working.
this is a chance. This is not a judge, jury number 4. This is something from your own. What about framing it or doing something else to it? You want to leave it like that and you think it's finished?
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking you. A frame, the frame might be good. Maybe I'll do a frame around it.
Okay, I'm just concerned about all the white, that all your work is concentrated on the 4 when it's actually a whole card. They sent that to you?
No, I did that. I did it from scratch. It was a blank piece of paper, and I did that.
Okay, well, you know what? I think you could go a little further with it. Why don't you get some of the cards out, look through if there's anything that she gave you, and where you have your embellishments on the 4, you can always layer, cut, if she sent you something with the rose, cut out the rose. You would be surprised. All I want you to do is try it. I think you're going to thank me.
Okay.
Cut the front of the card where there's a rose or a daisy or what else? A bird.
I could put some things like love on it, or
well, that's yeah.
You don't think that would look good?
Well, find the card. Cards usually have these wonderful embellishments on the front.
I have a ton of cards.
All right. You look through your cards, maybe the one she gave you, and maybe there'll be a flower. And you're decorating the 4. Maybe there'll be a little bird or something. You can have it overlapping the 4 part, or just from the cards would be a really nice touch to your 4. That's my suggestion.
Okay.
That's what I would do. I would go to my cards, and I happen to have right here an idea of what I'm trying to show you. I have a book called Block Paper, and in it is here. This is usually what a card looks like. Can you see that?
Yep.
Those are big roses. There's I think I showed this to you in the beginning of the class.
I don't think so.
Here's some small roses. I would cut a few of the things out from your card and discreetly put them, and just on the back of your thing say, I just want you to know that the roses and the embellishments on the 4 are from cards you've given me in the past. I think that that's a nice touch.
Okay. I'll take your advice.
See, here's something. You don't have to cut the whole thing out. You can cut out the leaf and part of this and fit it onto a section of the 4 and whatever else you find. But that's what these are for. Remember, I told you, save your cards. And so this is a good chance to explore that option. I think you'll like it very much so. It's thinking outside the box a little bit. It also has meaning, and it also will look really pretty. I think you did a great job on the 4, and you used your imagination. And
see right here, I took, this is part of this. I took and like made corners out of this stuff.
mhm.
Just to make it a little different.
I think that where the 4 joins, you could do something, and I really think you're going to have fun with it. I don't think you're done with it.
I don't think you're done with it either.
I'd like you to go a little bit further, and if we were in class, I would help you cut out some things and place them and whatever, but we're not. So I'm hoping that you will.
Are you going to have it at the same time?
That's up to the rabbis. But we're going to do some crafts. Remember, I promised you more craft things. But I wanted the class to do this. It got us through the 5 weeks that we were on. It was something that everyone's
5 weeks already.
I know.
That's
Isn't that amazing?
amazing.
It's truly amazing. I'm ready to go to lunch. I'm ready to get out a little bit. I'm ready to progress. So I want to whet everyone's appetite for what is coming. It was basic, and we're always going to work on this, and we're always going to work on going further until we can accomplish something like this.
Are you playing music in the background?
Yes,
Okay.
always. Until we can do something like this and then add color to it. And this was really messy, and I used my magic eraser to clean it up a lot. And then if I add green to it and all that, I have a really nice leaf study, which also could be framed and done. And coloring outside the box, using colors is what I hoped you would be using in your crafts, in your coloring, in your ideas. This number 4 that you're doing is a perfect way to start incorporating color, your cards, ideas, ribbons. What I'm doing is I bought a line of rhinestones on a string, and I put them around my mask. You may go into Michael's with a mask on yourself.
I have that. I have stones. I have plenty of stuff.
Okay, well, why don't you the idea is to show her that you've worked on this, which you have, and take it a little notch up, just one notch up, and make your presentation. You'll know when to stop. If you in your mind don't feel it's done, then it probably isn't. Then you can go a little bit further. But this apron, which I love, I hung here for a reason. Can you see it?
Yep, I love the print.
Okay.
Here's my rhinestones on a strip.
Okay, you may want to use that, but one would think that maybe this is overdone. You've got a background, but what stands out is the flower because, okay, if this flower were just here, I don't think it's this whole idea of freedom, of polka dots, of lines, of oddball things, and that's what makes art fun. This is not a serious class. This is because I know that I've taken beginners. Nobody who's a seasoned portrait artist is going to take this class because they've been taking classes forever and they've progressed into another sphere. But for the temple, for congregants that want to come and have fun, we're all about having fun, about doodling, about scribbling, about thinking outside the box, about blending colors, about knowing where your light comes from, shading, shape, size. Everything that I've taught you is a lesson. Now, look at the reverse side.
Yep.
Background is very important. There's always, to make something stand out, to make your 4, for an example, stand out, we need the 4 to get off the page. Right now, it's plastered onto the page because it has no background. It has no verification. What I'd like you to do is either with the edge of a chalk, very lightly, just maybe make it look tie-dyed or wallpaper. When you do this, there's going to be some light and dark, and it's just a chalk using it on the square edge. And then I go this way. Try this, not on the 4 yet. Are you watching?
Yeah, I was going to try it right on the 4.
Nope, 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 nope. And if you have a brush, you can make it look like a real piece of wallpaper. There's a lot. Am I helping you so far?
Yep.
Okay, so hold this chalk very lightly and stroke. A very light stroke. It'll get dark in places where the paper is raised. Do you see that? Watch my finger. You see there was a bump there. Very lightly. There's paper, very lightly. So I've created a background. Now I want to do something over that background. It's going to really stand out. Now I'm going to do the same thing here. And it's a little blot. You see the difference? Does this one speak to you? Doesn't this one pop out a little more?
Yep.
Okay, and then you can, so that's my point. Don't be afraid to experiment. I mean, silly leaves, things that come out, something. I may want to connect it to another. No, I don't really like a brown flower. That's not my favorite. I'm just having fun right now on a piece of paper. Now, let me see your chalk line. How's it going?
Good.
Do you like it?
I like it. By adding color instead of that white, it definitely makes it stand out.
Let's see, hold it up.
Let me finish blending one thing.
Okay, you're using your brush?
No, my fingers.
Oh, I'd like you to use your brush. If you use your finger, you're gonna, well, you can use your finger. Go ahead.
Here you go. Doesn't the 4 stand out more now with the contrasting color than the white?
Absolutely. Do you love it? I love it.
Oh, I do.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, definitely.
Well, I wish you happy coloring, happy mapping out things, and I hope you look forward to taking this class a little bit more in depth and a little bit more will focus, and you're going to just really, really enjoy it. We're going to incorporate, as I said, other things in our class. It's going to be more of a craft.
That sounds great.
We're
I
going
just
to
hope it's at a good time that I can make.
now. I want you to look up. I want you to see that when we do something that we like, this is something that I bought at Michael's. And as I showed you in the beginning of the class, you know, when we do things, we're just going to have fun with our art. This actually looks pretty good on this. When I do this on black, I may go ahead and do something like this. I don't know. See, I'm just thinking of what I can do and having fun with my little station and my little tchotchke areas and things that I have, and just have a good time. Now, when I went to Israel, I found a piece that I really liked. Can we all see this?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
It sold for a lot of money.
Is it paper or is it metal?
It's wood.
It's wood.
Okay. What I want to show you is that it's not defined, but yet you know what it is. The stand is totally not defined. It's just rubbed color. But what makes this pretty, and this is the whole premise of my entire idea, is that you get what this is without being like your hassock, your ottoman.
Yeah.
It would have been so much prettier if you would have done it with very thin, just an imaginative border. I don't know what you're doing, but you're working on that 4. But okay, well, listen, I'm going to sign off because you're concentrating on the 4, and I hope to see you in another
Thank
better
you very much. It was very nice. I enjoyed it. I
Good.
appreciate all your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
And
I like the inspiration.
okay, good. That's all I wanted to do, was inspire you to color, to create, and to think outside the box.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.